Clements Homebrew, coming at you with a beer review. It is a beautiful day here in Oregon. Absolutely beautiful. I took a walk earlier with my wife in one of the local parks. Just wonderful. So I decided I need to come outside and enjoy this a little longer and do a beer review. And so we're going to go local. We're going way local. This is Ambacht Brewing. It's located here in Hillsboro, all of 1.5 miles from my house. I was over there last December, spent some time with Tom Kramer, who's one of the owners over there. He walked me through the new facility that they're building out, a new tap room. He and his partner, Brandy Grobert. I'm looking forward to that being built out. I need to go over and pay him another visit. But this right here is based off of one of their beers. It's the Belgian Strong Ale G++. What they did with this, and this was Brandy's idea, is he got barrels from Hair of the Dog. That's right, they got barrels from the cherry atom from the wood with cherries intact. And they poured their Belgian Strong Ale, the G++, on top of that, and then aged it for 6 months. So, full disclosure, I did have a bottle last December, and I did love it. We're gonna see what some more age did to it. We're gonna get it cracked open and give it a try. Man, I could smell it as soon as I popped it open. All right, take a look at that. You can see a lot of bubbles rising up, hopefully, off of there. And what a beautiful, like, copper almost, I'd say. Light copper, orange, golden through it. But a really beautiful beer. Let's get the nose on it. Oh, yeah. This is... What I love about this is a Belgian Strong Ale that they've added these cherries that have aged, and it's just changed a whole new component with all the oak, still bourbon off that, the cherries coming off of it, but you get a lot of other aromas on this. Because I'm getting the cherry on there, definitely, but you're getting a sour component on there. And you're picking up on like what they call noyau. It's the center of apricots from the seed, like the inner part of the seed. It's like a nut that's in there. You get some nice vanilla on this. You get a hint of the bourbon. You get some vanilla off this. But there's just a lot more fruit aspects coming off this. A lot of stone fruit type aromas with that light sour component. And it's amazing how much oak you're pulling off of this. I love the fact that they got these barrels with the cherries intact. So let's dive in and give it a try. Wow. I'm still blown away. It's interesting. It's a medium body. It's really light feeling. It makes it quite refreshing. And it's a low carbonation on it, but it's very hard to describe. You get that golden Belgian ale component, but with all the stuff popped on there, with the bourbon, and you get the oak, and you get tannins from the oak on there, and you get light cherry on there, and I still see you get like a light apricot, you know, the noyau again. And the best way I can describe this, it makes me think of Cascade Barrel House. Cascade makes an ale that I love, especially when it's aged, called noyau. And this is like a very light version of noyau. Yeah, it's interesting. You get some berry on there, a little bit of berries, maybe a little bit of like, you know, a hint of like some apple and or pear on there as well. It's just a lot of varied fruits, but still, I said that dominant bit is, again, is that original Belgian base, but with oak tannins, vanilla, the cherries on there, the sour cherries on there, some sweet cherry even a little bit on there. And it's just really pleasant. You can taste the alcohol in that. There's just the lightest bit of alcohol burn. This is an 8.5% ABV beer, and it is classified as a barrel-aged Belgian Strong Ale. I will admit that I think that the flavors were a bit more bright when I had it in December rather than now. This is the middle of March. I think I enjoyed it just a little bit more. It was just, like I say, a little bit brighter in flavors, but it's still a fun beer. This is really a pleasurable thing to drink. I've been kicking back, enjoying this. It's a beautiful day. You can't see, I'm actually wearing a pair of shorts. Just loving this weather. This is going to be a hard beer to rate in terms of style. I know it's technically a Belgian strong ale, a barrel-aged Belgian strong ale, but the fact is it's more like a light sour. It really is. With those cherries in the barrels, it really does come off like a light sour. If I was going to rate this, though, in terms of sours, it's not super sour, but boy, it'd be just an easy one for people to kind of learn to drink sours on, and I'd have to rate it pretty high. In that sense, I'd probably give this an 88 or an 89, in that kind of a range. So mostly I'm going to have to go with an overall. This has so many things I love because it has these cherries and the whole noyau. Look up noyau. It's just a wonderful characteristic I've just come to really appreciate. Those characteristics forced me to push it up, and this might not be everybody's style, but for me, I really appreciate this. Overall, I've got to give it a 92. I think it's in that excellent category. I really like it. So here's the deal. You need to take a look at this, particularly people that are in the Portland area. Ambacht. Ambacht is sorely overlooked. It is a wonderful brewery. They do some interesting brews, not a huge variety. They have some consistent things that they put out. I think you should check them out, and I think that you really should try their G++ Golden Strong Ale. It's a wonderful beer. I'm going to have to come back and do a review on that just by itself for sure. But I would go check them out. They're in Hillsboro. I'll have a link down below. This is something to look for. They may have some bottles left. I don't know. But like I say, get the G++ Golden Strong Ale. You won't be disappointed at all. This is Kevin Clements Homebrew saying life's too short to drink cheap beer, and I will see you in the next beer review.